Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Allahumma rabbi zidni ilma. Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Ameen. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. I'm sharing the link of this class. I start the class in 1 minute. I hope you are all doing great and powering through your S1 preparations, confidence and focus. Since I'm using full screen, I have also opened YouTube on my phone so I can read your comments. In this class, I will discuss some important questions of normal distribution. Let's begin the class. So this question is from specimen 20, question 4, and from my worksheet it's question number 1. A petrol station finds that its daily sales in liters are normally distributed with mean 4520. This is mu. And standard deviation sigma is 560. So it's mentioned the population is normal. Mu is 4520 and sigma square is 560 square. You all know how to describe normal distribution. X means population. X is normal with mean mu and variance sigma square. These are the parameters of this distribution. Now find how many days of the year the dairy sales can be expected. Expected means average n times probability of requirement to exceed 3900 liters. So we will first find probability and then we will multiply that probability with 365. So it's mentioned exceeds. Exceed means greater than 3900. So this is the requirement, 365 times 3900 probability. We have to find this thing. This means expected. This is here and 365 is here. So first work on probability. So convert this in Z into Z. So 3900 minus mu. This is the formula of Z. X minus mu over sigma. Minus mu, which is 4520. And sigma is 560. Make sure you simplify this up to 3 decimal places. This is the requirement. Minus 1.107. This number must be up to 3 decimal places. Now make a rough sketch and check this on this sketch. Minus 1.107 is here. This is 0 and this is a sketch of Z. So we need this area. This area is large. Large area means anything which is greater than 0.5. So this must be phi 1.107. and that is 0.8657. I'm not discussing how to read this from table or calculator. So for that you can watch my lecture on normal concepts of normal distributions on the playlist of S1. Now the requirement is expected. So 365 times 0.8657. So you will get 316 days. You can check this solution again. Now the next part of this question. The daily sales at another petrol station are X liters. This is inverse normal because probability is given. So when probability is given, the question is of inverse normal. So we need the value of M. Mean is M and standard deviation is 560. So mu is M. So X is greater than 8000 and probability is 0.122. Now convert this statement into Z. 8000 minus mu, which is M, 560 is sigma, 0.122. Now sketch this area with respect to this inequality. We will shade this area with respect to this sign of inequality. Since we have greater sign, so we will shade in this way from upper to lower tail. In inverse normal, if we have this sign, then we shade in this way because it's inverse normal. So start shading from upper tail to lower tail. But since this area is very small, less than 0.5, so you have to stop well before 0. And this unknown is here, 8000 minus M over 560. This is the position of this unknown. So since area is small, so we write this as 1 minus phi 8000 minus M over 560 is equal to 0.122. Remember, write this area here. Since area is small, so write 1 minus phi this thing. So we will get phi 8000 minus M over 560.122. So in fact 1 minus 0.122. So 8000 minus M 560 is equal to phi inverse difference of these two. So check this solution again. First convert this in the form of Z or into Z. Then shade this area according to this sign of inequality. Since we have greater sign, so we shade from upper to lower tail because this is inverse normal. And since this area is less than 0.5, so shade this area. stop well before 0. This is 0, so stop here. So this unknown is here, this area is here. So since area is small, so write 1 minus phi. 1 minus phi, this quantity, and this area is here. Then get phi inverse and get m. For phi inverse, you can either use table or calculator. So I'm leaving this here. I hope you can calculate phi inverse and get the value of m. Now the next part of this question. Find the probability, this is very important, find the probability that the daily sales at this petrol station exceeds 8,000 liters on fewer than 2 of 6 randomly chosen days. Now this is normal to binomial. How do we know it's normal to binomial? Whenever it's mentioned n less than 30 in normal distribution question, then that question will be solved through binomial. And for binomial, we must have the value of p. And for p, we will use this given information. Exceed 8,000. So exceed 8,000 means 0.122. This probability was given here. So this is the p of binomial. And we need fewer than 2 of 6. So we write fewer than 2 of 6 as 0, 1, n is 6. 0 means q power 6 and 1 means 6c1, 1, 5. So p is 0.122, therefore q will be 1 minus p, which is 0.878. So 0.878, 0.122, this is p, 0.878. Give your answer up to 3 significant figures. It's 0.840. So this is an important question. It's normal to binomial. Check this solution. Now, very important question, question number 2, especially the second part of this question, this one. The weights of apples of a certain variety are normally distributed with mean 82. 22% of these apples have a weight greater than 87 grams. So, x greater than 87, probability of x greater than 87 is 0.22. 22% means 0.22. We need sigma. So convert, this is the inverse normal question. So z 87 minus mu, which is 82, over sigma 0.22. Again, shade this area with respect to this sign of inequality. So since we have greater sign here, so we will shade from upper to lower tail. And the area is less than 0.5, so stop before 0. So this unknown is here. 87 minus 82 is 5 over sigma. So probability z greater than 5 over sigma is 0.22. Since this area is small, so you write 1 minus phi. phi this quantity 0.22. So we have phi 5 over sigma 1 minus 0.22, that is 0.78. So 5 over sigma phi inverse 0.78. Phi inverse 0.78 is 0.7722. Now you can get the value of sigma. Make sure you write sigma up to 4 decimal places. Sigma is 6.4750, but the answer is 6.48. Make sure you will use this value in the later part. This is the 3 significant value, estimate, and this is the more accurate value, 4 decimal place. So always use 4 decimal place value in the later part. Now this part is very important. Find the probability that the weight of a randomly chosen apple of this variety differs from the mean by less than 4 grams. Now understand this with the help of this sketch. This is the sketch of variable x, population. Write mu here, and differs from the mean means mu plus minus. The word differs means or differs from the mean. This complete phrase means mu plus minus. Just differs means mu plus minus, from the mean mu plus minus, and they both mean the same thing, mu plus minus. So mu plus 4 and mu minus 4. So differs from the mean by less than 4 grams means mu plus minus 4. So mu is at the center. So this is mu plus 4 and this is mu minus 4. And less than means this area between part. So the requirement, substitute mu here. Mu is 82. So 82 plus 4, 86, and this is 78. So we need this probability. 78, 86. If it says less than, then shade this area. What if it was mentioned greater than, then shade these two areas. Now this is very simple. We can easily solve this. We just need to convert this in the form of z first. So 78 minus mu, which is 82 over sigma, which is 6.4750. 86 minus 82, 6.457, 6.45, 4750. 6.4750. Now write these numbers correct to 3 decimal places. So minus 0.618 and this is 0.618. So this will become phi. Positive number is always phi and negative is always 1 minus phi in these types of questions. I told you I'm not focusing on concepts of normal distribution, how to write this and this. Just telling you, you can watch my lecture concepts of normal distribution in the S1 playlist. So this will become 5.618 minus 1. So final answer is 0.463 up to 3 significant figures. So this was an important question of normal distribution. Now the next question. This question is from June 20, question 6, paper 5-1. The lengths of female snakes of a particular species are normally distributed with mu 54, standard deviation 6.1. So we have X normally distributed with mean 54, standard deviation 6.1. So we write variance here, sigma square. We need probability between 50 and 60. So an easy part. First convert this in the form of Z. 50 minus mu 6.1 standard deviation, 60 minus 54 6.1. So Z minus 0.656. I told you write this number correct to 3 decimal places, 0.984. So positive is always 5 and negative is always 1 minus 5. So 5.984 is 0.8374 minus 1 and 5.656 is 0.7441. Therefore, the final answer is 0.582 up to 3 significant figures. You can check this solution. Now the next part of this question. The length of male snakes of this species also have a normal distribution. A scientist measures the length of a random sample of 200 male snakes of this species. He finds that 32 have lengths less than 45 centimeter. So this means probability. So we can suppose males as Y with mean mu and variance sigma square. 32 have lengths less than 45. So less than 45 have lengths 32 out of 200 and more than 56 are 17 out of 200. So we will make two equations and then we will solve those equations simultaneously. So first convert this into Z. 45 minus mu over sigma. This is 0.16. Now this is the question of inverse normal because probability is given. So shade this probability with respect to this sign. Since it's inverse normal, therefore shade in the opposite direction of sign of inequality. So shade from lower tail to upper tail. Since this area is less than 0.5, so stop shading before 0. This area is here. Write this unknown here. It's 45 minus mu over sigma. Since the unknown is on left side of 0, so it must be negative. As area is small, so write this as 1 minus phi. This is very important. This quantity. 45 minus mu over sigma. is equal to area, which is 0.16. Now this statement is extremely important. You must write negative sign here. Okay, so this will be phi mu minus 45 over sigma, and I think 0.84. So mu minus 45 over sigma, phi inverse 0.84. Phi inverse 0.84 is 0.9945 mu minus 45 over sigma. So make one equation from here. So mu is 0.9945 sigma plus 45. Call it equation 1. Now make the second equation from this information. So convert this statement into z first. This is 17 upon 200 is 0.085. Now shade this area with respect to this sign of inequality. So stop before 0 because this area is less than 0.5. And write the unknown here, 56 minus mu over sigma. This time unknown is on right side of 0 here, so it's positive. So write 1 minus phi, the unknown 56 minus mu over sigma 0.085. So phi 56 minus mu over sigma 1 minus this is 0.915. Now take phi inverse of this. I'm writing this directly. 56 minus mu over sigma, phi inverse 0.915 is 1.3722. So the second equation is 1.3722 sigma minus 56. When you will solve these two equations, you will get the values of mu and sigma. So do simultaneous, solve them simultaneously. So mu is 49.6, sigma is 4.65. Now check this solution very carefully. All right, the next question. Now I will solve one question of normal approximation to binomial distribution. Let me find the question. Normal approximation to binomial distribution. Yes, normal approximation to binomial distribution, and the condition for the approximation is this: both NP and NQ greater than 5 and N is greater than 30. This is the hint. I will use number line for continuity correction. And how to use number line? If we need probability x greater than 70, then write first inclusive integer here. What if you would solve this question through binomial? Then the first inclusive integer would be 71 through direct method. Now write this inclusive integer here on number line, 71. You are going on right side. So whenever you go on right side on number line, take the lower bound. This is the way to do continuity correction through number line. So always write first inclusive integer on number line, check the sign of inequality. You are going to the right side, take the lower bound. What if you are going to the left side? What if the question is less than 50? So the first inclusive is 49. Mention it on number line. You are going on left side, so take the upper bound. If the question is less than or equal to 50, the first inclusive is 50. Mention it on number line. This is here 50. As we are going on left side on number line, so take the upper bound. You can watch my lecture concepts of normal distribution on this channel, and where you can get this thing easily. So while using approximation, we change the mu by NP and sigma square by NPQ, because we solve binomial question through normal distribution. So we use the mean of binomial and variance of binomial. You know the formula of Z is x minus mu over sigma. X minus mu over sigma. While using normal approximation, the formula will be x plus minus 0.5 continuity correction NP under root NPQ. That's the formula. Okay, let's understand. Let's solve this question, in fact. On any given day, the probability that Moina messages her friend Pasha is 0.72. Find the probability that for a random sample of 12 days, Moina messages Pasha on no more than 9 days. What does this mean? No more than 9 days means not greater than 9. That is less than or equal to 9. So no more than 9 days means less than or equal to 9. This means less than or equal to 9. So this part is of binomial. We have N12, P 0.72. We will find x less than or equal to 9 as, this is the direct method, 9, 8 till 0. But this method is lengthy, so we will use the indirect method. That will be 10, 11, 12, 1 minus. So 1 minus probability 10. That should be 12C10, P to the power 10, Q to the power 2. Then 12C 11, P to the power 11, Q to the power 1. Then P to the power 12. And P is 0.22 0.72. This is 0.28, I guess. Yes, 0.72, 0.28, 0.72. So this is the answer of the first part, 0.789, 3 significant figures. Moina messages Pasha on 1st Jan. Find the probability that the next day on which she messages Pasha is 5th Jan. Okay, for the second message, she must message on 5th. So no message on 2nd Jan, 3rd, 4th, and message on 5th. So message on 5th means 0.72, and no messages on 2nd, 0.28, no on 3rd, and no on 4th. So 0.28 times 0.28 times 0.28 times 0.72. You can just evaluate this. Now this is the question. This part C. Normal approximation to binomial distribution. Use an approximation. This means normal approximation. Find the probability that in any period of 100, I told you hint, n is greater than 30 in normal approximation. Moina messages Pasha on fewer than 64. So we need this 64. Of course, we cannot solve this question through binomial because both methods are lengthy, direct and indirect. There are a lot of numbers. So we will solve this through normal, and for that we have to do continuity correction. So first inclusive integer, if we would solve this question through binomial. So according to binomial direct method, 63, 62 and so on. So write the first inclusive here. As we are going on left side, so take the upper bound of this number. So less than 63.5 minus NP over under root NPQ. Only this step is very important in normal approximation. Make sure you do continuity correction carefully and correctly and write NP and NPQ here. Now substitute the values of NP and NPQ. So N is 100, I guess, and P is 0.72. 100, 0.72 P, Q is 0.28. Now from this step, the question is a routine normal distribution question. Write this number up to 3 decimal places. Now make a rough sketch. So minus 1.891 is here. So we need this area, small area. Small area is always 1 minus 5. 1.891. You can check this either in calculator or in table. I'm writing the final answer is 0.0293. Up to 3 significant figures. You can check this solution. This is the question of normal approximation. So no problem. I'm just checking your comments on my phone. So there is no issue. Alhamdulillah. So I have done a few questions of normal distribution. Just normal distribution, then binomial to normal, then important term questions, and then normal approximation. So I hope this lecture will help you to summarize the concept. Summarize how to solve questions of, just refresh your normal distribution questions. I will try to make lectures on other topics of S1 before the CIs. inshallah. Don't forget to share this lectures link, and subscribe the channel as well. Learn and spread knowledge. Good luck for your S1 exam. Allah Hafiz.